which had some shotgun bullets, I think. One had the most adorable little mushroom boy, who will upgrade our flamethrower when we get it. And the final one had this hidden opening. So let's climb through and see what's on the other side. Okay. Oh. Right, so yeah. We're in a corridor and there's a monster there. Two of them actually. Let's use... No, let's not use a grenade. Let's just shoot them. Oh, goodness. That one took quite a lot of shots. Right, I was hoping I could nip around him really quick. Right. We took a few unnecessary hits. Let's heal up. I think maybe just a small first aid kit will do. Yeah, perfect. And we'll reload while we're here. Okay. So, we are in a corridor. It looks maybe like a staff corridor. I can see a locker over here. Yeah. As expected, we can't open it. We can kick it though. It was that easy. A swift kick and the locker swings open. Next to it there's a tip on the wall which reads, "Watch out for small explosives laying on the ground. They're rigged to blow up when touched. Keep a keen eye. Some of them look fairly similar to other items you might want to pick up." Okay. We'll keep an eye over that then. There's some paintings on the wall. Oh. Okay, I just heard a gunshot from, I think, the direction of that room. But I was just going to say that this room is the one we found on the other side of the door that we got to when we used the Iron Maiden. Right. If we wanted to get into that locker, we would have to trigger that bear trap. I think we'll wait to see if there's an enemy we can lure into it. We found a variety of cleaning products in the middle of the room though. It smells strongly of bleach, and yet there's still a dark stain on the floor. I wonder, what were they trying to clean up? Let's use this locker though. Oh, how interesting. A cake didn't open that one. I've spotted a piece of paper on the wall. Oh, this is going to be useful. It's some kind of diagram. This is definitely for the mining room. So we need a crank for the pump, a chain for the crane, and some fuel for the flamethrower. Right. There's a piece of paper on a box. Let's read it. It reads, State Court 185 Central Avenue, SW, Atlanta, GA 30303, United States. Legal summons, final warning. Dear Mr. Crow, we sent you a letter 14 days ago and have not yet heard back. This is a serious matter that demands your immediate attention. You should know that Elaine Marshall's family have appointed against you is being prepared as I write this letter. Sincerely, G. Williams, State Court. Okay, Mr. Crow was not in a good spot legally. And a staff memo which reads, Maintenance staff, there's a button behind a panel on the back of the wooden crow house. You can use it to access the controls for the big animatronic crow. Well, we've actually already found that. There's another cigarette machine that's not useful for us right now. And we found a notebook. Tolman's Records, March 27th, 1988. Alarm triggered at 2:15 a.m. 2 more guests appeared in the pool room. This time I made sure the cameras were running, so we have proof. They came out of the pool. Oh, that's creepy. They're worse than the first. Broken, wrong shape, falling apart. I feel heartless describing them so, but I have no other words for them. Boss said we wouldn't be able to move them like we did with the first guest. He spent 23 minutes trying to talk to them both. Then he shot them. I wonder if those misshapen guests are the red creatures we are finding around the place. Here's an empty locker. Oh, and this locker has a grenade in it. Perfect. I think I can also see a map on the wall for us to take. It shows the eastern utility corridors. Shall we have a look? Okay, right. Staff hallway, Crow's office. Yeah, okay. Is that where we heard the gunshot coming from? Crow's office. Oh. There's someone in the corner. It looks like they are upset. Shall we try and speak to them? Oh, goodness. Mara says, are you alright? Ma'am. Says the woman. My head. I threw up. Hey, it's alright. Don't worry about it. Can I ask, did something happen to you? It only grazed me. I thought I'd be fine. I don't even know what it was. My head is pounding. My stomach is... Ah, right. You were attacked. I feel dizzy. I have something that might make you feel better, at least for a little while. I think she'll definitely need the antidote. You should take this. Okay, hope it makes this poor woman feel a bit better. Thanks. I think that actually helped. Oh, I'm so rude. What's your name? I'm Mara. Thanks, Mara. I'm Natalie. Oh, Natalie Crow. Wow. The first member of the Crow family we've met. Unless, of course, the lady banging on the door was also a crow. Let's talk to her again. What are you doing here, Mara? I'm actually looking for your father, for Edward Crow. What on earth do you want with father? You filed a missing persons report, didn't you? Yes, I did. You're who they sent. Yeah, I'm Agent Mara Forrest. But you're so... What? What about the man I spoke to on the phone? Detective Harrison something. Detective Harrison James. He couldn't she has more to say, but this is quite suspicious for Mara. I wonder if maybe she has something to do with Detective Harrison not making it. Well, let's carry on. This is your father's office? He's not in there. I've been out here for hours and I haven't heard a sound. Oh, what about the gunshot? Be that as it may, I'd still like to take a look inside. Do you know how to get in? That's going to be difficult. You'll need the key. It's a big, fancy gold one. Gold key. Got it. And you'll have to turn off the electrified door handle. How do I do that? No idea. It wasn't electrified the last time I was here. Father must have only recently had it installed. Why? What's he hiding in there? Okay, so I think that's all Natalie has to say to us. I can see the electrified door handle, so I don't think it's worth us trying. Let's read this memo. It says Crow moved the electric battery charger to the southeast underground level. I know that means you won't have access to it anymore. I think that was the idea. Okay, southeast underground level. Let's grab this mate kit. Perfect. So I wonder if we try this blue door, what might happen? It doesn't look electrified. This says D Pike Park Operations, and it doesn't seem to be locked. Okay, it's creaked open. Let's enter. Let's enter. Oh no. Okay, so I think we have found where the gunshot has come from. Let's investigate. Oh shit, he's dead. I guess he shot himself. Should I call the police? There's a handgun lying next to him. I better not touch it. Okay, so this poor man has shot himself. Right, let's have a look around this room. There's a couple notes. This memo reads, the following doors are now locked electronically. Dungeon, mermaid, cyclops, wolf, serpent, crypt, Ophelia. They can only be opened via the dungeon's computer terminal. Okay. Is that an antidote? We'll grab that, it will replenish the one we gave to Natalie. And there's another memo over here, which reads, Edward had his office door electrified, decently high voltage too. I turned off all the mains power, but the door was still electrified, so I think he must have hooked it up to a generator somewhere in the underground level. Right, that matches up with what we read on the other note. Oh, this is cute. There's a model of Crow Country. Looks like there are 4 main areas and a few smaller sections around the outside. Okay, we'll try and find all of them. And we will pick up this handgun ammo. Alright. I think a couple more things to check. Here's a filing cabinet. It's well organized. Let's read a file. Edward has pulled all the funding for Cosmic Future and we've halted construction. He said it was just a temporary delay, but I can tell when he's lying. Something is seriously wrong with Edward. He looks sick, but at the same time there's a kind of manic energy in his eyes. I asked Tolman about it, but he gave me the silent treatment. So, whatever it is, I think they're in on it together. I tried to spy on Edward and Tolman during their meeting. It sounded like they were trying to talk to someone, a third person in the room who wasn't talking back. But they were talking like how you talk to a baby or a young child, speaking slowly, using simple language. What is going on? I wonder if maybe they were talking to the first guest that came out of the pool. Let me just check that there's nothing else in this filing cabinet. Yeah. And what about this TV? There's a videotape in the slot. Let's press play. Oh, it's a video of Pike. It says, "This is a message for Edward Crow from Douglas Pike. Edward, we've been friends for over 30 years. You entrusted me with the running of your theme park, a task I have relished. You have always shown me kindness and always paid me well for my work. However, I can no longer remain silent. Edward Crow, your crimes have not gone unnoticed, nor will your sins go unpunished. As for Elaine Marshall, I hope she never forgives us, for none of us deserve it. Goodbye." That's the end. Well, I have a feeling that was a kind of suicide note. Well, nothing more we can do for him. Let me just check this drawer. Yeah. Right. Let's head back out. Okay. So I think there's more to explore just around this corner. And there's an elevator. It looks like there's a fatal error. Yeah. Fatal error. I wonder if it's sensible to press the button. Let's give it a go. Yeah, nothing happened. It must be broken. Okay, I think nothing happening was the best case scenario. Right, there's an electrified box on the wall. Interesting. I suppose that might mean that there will be monsters down here at some point. I won't waste my health running over that bear trap then just yet. Nothing in this one. Okay, let's go up this set of stairs. Alright. Alright, we're in some sort of storage attic, it looks like. Oh, is this the back end of the theatre? There's some cutouts that would serve as scenery. And there is a that's following me around the room. Okay. Thankfully it was just perspective. I think he's looking at the fairy. Okay. This is an electronic panel. It looks maybe like the lift that would take me down. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Shall we bite the bullet? Bite the bullet and just go and investigate. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of them. At least 3. Oh god. I don't. Well, it's dead. I suppose that's all there is to say. Right, and what about this fairy? Hello, thank you for helping me before. I'd never have found that bronze key without you. Okay, well, I like how polite Mara is. There's a valve here. I won't turn it until I know what it does. Let's just investigate a few of these bits. A fire extinguisher, but nothing's on fire. And a trash can. Just a banana peel. And I can hear a phone. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's over there. Sort of sounded like it was behind the wall for a second. Well, let's see who's on the other side. Hello, says Mara. Listen, says the mysterious voice. I had no idea what the roots were for. How could I have known? What roots? What are you talking about? There are 7 in total. And I cut them down, cut them open. You cut them open? What? All but one. We left one intact for posterity. Posterity, we thought. What a farce. Well, I get the feeling that the voice on the other side of the phone is Mr. Crow. Oh gosh. Let's read this memo. I noticed these 7 Seas mermaids use the same kind of battery as the giant crow. Not a great idea. Those kinds of batteries aren't waterproof. Those mermaids are going to need constant maintenance. Right. Okay, there's a walking stick blocking the door. Let's push it. Okay. I hope nobody needed to use that stick, Mara says. Because we've broken it. Okay, right. So there's one of those odd creatures hunched over a vat in the corner of the room. It looks like that pipe might be attached to the valve we saw. Maybe if we turn the valve it will deal with one of them. It's worth a go, I think. Yeah, let's turn it on. Oh, interesting. It actually turns on the sprinklers, which fall directly onto the fairy's head. She seems to like it. She giggles and kicks her legs. Okay, right, well. Oh, I think I've spotted. Let me just hop back up onto stage quickly. I think I've spotted something to pick up over there. Yeah. Some shotgun ammo for when we eventually get the shotgun. Right. Let's have a look at these things then. Is that one alive? somebody kill it? Or did it just die? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that killing these things right now will do us any good. So maybe it's best to leave them as they are. I think I might try and run up to one just to see if maybe it's friendly. Wishful thinking, but okay. Oh gosh, he's quick. Right, well let's leave. Not friendly and quick. Got it. Okay, as expected, this brings us the other side of the theatre. Let's check the map. Okay, so I don't think we were actually done over in the corridors, so I think I'd quite like to head back through the theatre. Or actually, yeah, I think we'll head down to the centre and into the haunted hilltop that way, just because I know that the crypt opposite the haunted manor is open. I think this might be quicker. Okay, off this way. Yeah. Oh. Hello. Well, while we're here, let's run into this mushroom man's mouth. Okay. How interesting. This looks like a bit of almost a diorama of the haunted mansion. There's a velvet rope barrier. It's blocking the way, although I could easily move it. Let's read these notes first. It's a staff memo. It says, warning, I shouldn't have to say this, but for your safety and my sanity, please do not eat any of the mushrooms. That makes sense. And there's a tip here. It says, search each area carefully. Smaller items like antidotes and grenades can be easy to overlook. Okay. Right. I hear some gurgling, some bubbling, but let's move this barrier and see what's going on. Okay, right. Oh, this is ominous. Okay, who is that? Well, let's talk to him. It's the Mushroom King. Okay. He's an animatronic. There's a button on his head. Let's press it. He says, I invited Amanita Falloids to dinner. Alas, I find myself dining alone. I'm afraid the death cap will be thrown to the pigs. Shall we press the button again? He says, I invited Lentinula Edodes to dinner. Alas, I find myself dining alone. I'm afraid the shiitake will be thrown to the pigs. Okay, right. I think I see what's going on. We will have to remember each of the guests and what they were eating. So, it was Amanita is the death cap. I can't remember what this one is. It begins with an L, maybe. It's the shiitake. I wonder if it's like their Latin names. I invited Morcella to dinner. Alas, I find myself dining alone. I'm afraid the morale will be thrown to the pigs. Okay. I invited Amanita by Sporigera to dinner. With two Amanitas. Alas, I find myself dining alone. I'm afraid the destroying angels will be thrown to the pigs. Hopefully that's the last one. I don't think I've got any more room in my head to remember mushroom names. Okay, he's gone back to Morchella. Okay. Oh, right. It actually looks like there's 6 plates. Well, let's investigate this mushroom. The Honourable Mr. Amanita Falloids. That doesn't sound right. Anyway. Oh, interesting. Okay, sure, right. So, we're not matching them up. I think we just need to eat a healthy mushroom. That Amanita was the death cap, so certainly not that one. Let's read this scroll. By decree of His Royal Highness, the Monarch of Many Mushrooms, the court finds the following to be deadly and dangerous. Death cap, destroying angels, deadly dappling. Okay, so that was the 2 Amanitas, and we haven't seen the deadly dappling yet. Oh, goodness. The Mushroom King says, I invited Lepiota Brandi Kanata to dinner. Alas, I find myself dining alone. I'm afraid the deadly dappling. Okay. The very long one that begins with a B is also bad. What's going on in this scroll? By decree of His Royal Highness, the Monarch of Many Mushrooms, the court finds the following to be innocent and harmless. Blusher, Morel, Shiitake. Okay. Well, let's give it a go. Morchella, that's the Morel. Let's eat that. No, this one's safe. Delicious. And what's this one? Ah, this is the long one beginning with a B, and that's the deadly dappling, so no good. This one is the... Oh, it is an Amanita, but I don't remember that second word. Let's leave it for now. Amanita, okay, right. Ooh, I think this one's good. Right. We're gonna have to investigate these Amanitas more closely. Right, we know this long one with a B. Bisporigera is bad. Lentinula is good. Rubescens is good. Okay, right. Yes, this one's good. This one's the shiitake. Let's eat it. And we're looking for the... I think it was this one. Rubescens. Let's eat that one. Well, we've eaten all the good mushrooms. Maybe the king will be happy. Right. Okay, well, I'm sort of wondering whether maybe that wasn't a puzzle and they were just healing items. And I've just eaten them all. Okay, well, goodbye, King Mushroom. I think we're done here. Right. Okay, back to the original plan. We're gonna head to the center. Head to the center. Yeah. And go back to the haunting hilltop. Oh. safe. Would you like me to escort you out? Are you a police officer? Police Detective Harrison James. I was supposed to be here hours ago, but some kid broke into my car this morning. Little punk slashed my tires too. They look okay to me. No, they slashed my car tires. I had to borrow the bike because I couldn't use my car. Oh right, duh. I didn't catch your name. Oh right, sorry. I'm Mara. Aha. So that's your car out front. The 85 Fiesta. Yeah, how did you know? I met your boyfriend. He said he was waiting for you. Oh my god. He's not my... Never mind. It doesn't matter. You're blushing. No, I'm not. Shut up. Actually, Mara, maybe you can help me. I was supposed to meet up with a woman, a Miss Natalie Crow. You haven't seen her around, have you? As far as I know, she's early 20s, blonde hair. Okay, so we can either tell him or not tell him. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't, so let's go ahead and tell him. Yeah, I saw her. She was in the staff hallway outside Edward Crow's office. Oh great, thanks a lot. I need to go find Miss Crow, but I'm going to ask you to go back to your car, okay? It's not safe here, you need to go home. Sure, I was just on my way out. More or less. Glad to hear it. You be safe now, okay? Alright. I really didn't think he was going to show up. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. So, the year is 1990. I'm just double checking. The year is 1990 and our police ID says that we were born 1965. So, if we had our birthday this year, then we would be 25. But both Natalie and Harrison have said that we look very young. And Harrison just said that Natalie was in her early 20s. So just how old are we? If Natalie finds us young looking, maybe she was just being rude. I might just be reading into this too much. Okay, well, there's certainly something suspicious about Mara. Okay, the phone's ringing. Let's pick it up. Hello, says Mara. The first guest emerged from the pool 2 years ago, says a mysterious voice. I've been thinking, it must have been on purpose. The timing, I mean. 2 years ago. 1988. It must have been some sort of intersection, a critical pivoting point, if you will. Late enough that we've developed the necessary infrastructure. Early enough that well, early enough so as to not be too late, I suppose. And he hangs up. Okay, so, back into the haunting hilltop. Okay, the haunted hilltop rather. So, let's run on through to the crypt, which was opposite the haunted manor. What's in that? Oh, I'm not sure what that is. It looks like it is potentially flamethrower ammo. If we read this. Okay. Right, this memo says if you're doing maintenance in the haunted manor or trying to access Ocean Kingdom, you'll need the crank handle. It's locked in the safe in the southeast utility corridor. The code for the safe is something to shotgun. I wonder if we should run on up and maybe try and talk some sense into it. It's definitely following us. Oh. I'm a bit concerned that if we get closer we're just going to get shot. Well, let's give it a go. It's pointing a shotgun at me. Is it going to shoot? I'd better not touch it, right? So maybe just some motivation to get the puzzle right. Let's investigate these gravestones. This one says Solomon Weselby, 1855 to 1909, and we can either leave it or turn the head. This one says Estelle, 1898 to 1938. This one says Solina, 1805 to 1872. Leave it or turn the head. And this one says Norbert Easley, 1833 to 1891. Okay, well, at the moment I'm not sure what to do with those, so let's leave them. And we've got a tank of gasoline. There's a compass. There's a compass in the middle of the room. Ah, perfect. And a grenade in the trash can. Okay, there's a memo here. Let's hope it gives us some clues. Just gonna pick up a med kit before. Okay. If any of the kids have trouble disabling the trap, you can offer this advice. When reading the gravestones, focus on the names. The birth dates and death dates aren't any use to you. For now, look at the floor in the center of the room. Okay, right. So, let's read this one again. Solomon Weselby. Right. Okay, so the name has the initials SW. The compass in the middle of the room will help us potentially point to the head in the southwest position. Okay. And what does this one say? Norbert Easley. That's northeast. Let's spin the head. Perfect, just like that. This one is Solina. We'll spin it around for the south direction. And this one is... oh, can't read it from the back, of course. This one is Estelle, so we'll spin that to the east. Okay, and with a sudden ding, I think we've disarmed the trap. And come on, give me the shotgun. Oh no. What a shame. I thought we'd found ourselves a shotgun, but after pulling it, it just broke. It was just a plastic decoration. We weren't in any danger. There's an engraved plaque to a recess in the side of the crypt. It reads, "Here lies Ophelia, tragically drowned, daughter, sister, human in capital letters." Okay. And there's a drain here. It's clearly not working. The whole place will probably be flooded soon. Right, okay. So we best make sure that we get everything we can, I suppose. I think by the looks of it we've collected everything, and the only other thing would be soon. Oh, it hit me. Oh, God. That thing jumped out at me right as I was trying to get through the door. Well, we've opened the gate again. I completely lost track of what I was saying. Anyway, let's go up these steps. Okay, where are we now? Ah, this must be a save room. There's a fire in the middle. Let's investigate. There's a staff memo here. It reads, I left the shotgun in the submarine. Shark, 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 dolphin. At least I think that's the quickest way. I was never that good at math. Right. That must be the collection of tips. And here's a handwritten letter. It reads, Hey Ed, what's been going on? I finally set up the address you can use to send me the ore. If you label the contents as samples of geological interest, we can pass it off as an academic research thing. I'll collect the shipments once a week and take them back up into the mine. Hold on to your hat, we're about to become the luckiest gold miners since 1848. By Marv. Okay. Here's another tip. It says watch out for chandelier traps hanging from the ceiling. Set them off from a safe distance with a single handgun bullet. They'll damage enemies too. Oh. Well, the music's turned ominous on this side of the room. Okay, well, there's a medkit here. Let's pick that up. And here's a glossy magazine. There's some yeah, that vent's shaking. Anyway, there's some ladies on the walls and pictures of women. It's an adult magazine. Barf, no thanks. Okay, so the vent's shaking and there's actually a chair that is sat pointing at it. I get the feeling it's gonna burst open. Let's see here. Here's a coffee machine, but I don't drink coffee, and that's a good thing too, since I don't think it's working. Here's a memo that says, field trips. Gather the kids in a group outside the haunted manor. Choose an older kid, get them to ring the doorbell. Nothing will happen. Laughter ensues. Then choose a younger kid and have them try. Quietly tell them the secret so they can get the door to open. Impressed gasps ensue. The secret is to ring the bell a specific number of times. Okay, we've already done that. Right. Is that an antidote? No. Okay, let's give it a save. Okay. Right, well, I think now is a perfect time to call it there. We've made some good progress and learned a few more clues about what's going on here. Still a lot to learn though, I think. So, thank you for joining me